All right, so the very first thing that you're going to want to pay attention to and the very first thing that you're going to want to do is something that we all already know how to do, and that's post. So where can you get these posts? Obviously if you're creating them yourself, that's great. It depends on what your niche is, what your purpose of doing it is. Now, obviously I don't travel the entire world. I am, getting more and more traveled, and I have a camera now and a vlog camera, but that's neither here nor there. I don't travel the world and take pictures, all over the place. And so I need to find a specific example for this niche of how to get better pictures. Now, that I can post that, an audience is going to engage with essentially, and that I can basically advertise and boost those posts so that people will like them. Pictures like this specifically. And pictures like this specifically, because clearly I didn't take these. So where can you go? Now, typically, in the past, I would go to Google and I would just search for them, a search engine, and you can definitely do that. 99 times out of 100, 99.9 times out of 100, honestly, you're not going to ever run into a problem if you do that. However, I suggest that you go to stock photo sites and basically go to Google and type in stock photo sites. Now, there are a bunch of them, iStockPhoto, Pexels, Pixabay. There's literally a bunch of them. If you want to go to Google and just type in stock photo website, and what a stock photo website is it's, where people basically post pictures and you can use those pictures. Nobody owns the rights to them. So that's important because you just want to kind of avoid it, a potential future issue once you scale, because if you plan on scaling this up to like 100,000 likes or 100,000 followers, then you could potentially run into problems as more and more people start to notice the pictures that you're posting. So that's why I suggest taking them from stock photo sites, because you'll never run into a problem with pictures from stock photo sites. And there's literally thousands, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of pictures that you can basically post from these that are great high quality images from photographers already, that you can use and utilize to your advantage, that people are going to like. So this specific example right here is a great picture where I could post this specific example, this specific example, this specific example. Any of these would be great. This is a great one. And basically what you're going to do is search for, what your niche is and things are regarding to your niche. And you'll see here that I've searched for travel, beach, hotel, summer, anything like that. Let's try, let's see, what's different than that? Maybe vacation would be one of them, and that is literally like the same stuff. And you can see here it literally just keeps going and going and going. There's a bunch of great pictures here that you can use. Now, if you had a different niche, you could basically search that. But I'm looking for potentially a picture that I could post. Now, if you're gonna want to resize it and get it perfect for Facebook, you could always take it over somewhere like Canva. I use Canva a lot. And then basically you just want to resize it so it's it's an image fit for Facebook. Now, Canva has a bunch of templates that you can use. I suggest that you do that. And you could go to social media, Instagram post, Facebook post. I'm gonna go with Facebook post because that's the best, in my opinion, and the literally gonna give you the most bang for your buck when people are scrolling down their feeds. Facebook post is literally the best one. So I always use Canva to size them depending on where I'm posting them. Just because if you're going to run an ad to them, you want that to be optimized. So specifically, let's find one that I want to run an ad to, because I'm going to make a post here. And like I said, you're going to want to post every single day and boost that post for $1 a day to a certain demographic. Then as you see what works in that demographic, maybe it's like people 18 to 20 that are, from the UK, or maybe it's, women 35 to 50, depending on your niche. It could literally vary across the board. And as you post for a week, you start to notice that, when you're looking at your demographics and your feedback in Business Manager, that, maybe women 35 to 55 from, Australia, Europe, and, the United States respond to your content the best. Well, then what you're going to do is you're going to turn off all the other ads to other people and just send, it to them. And then you're going to see, what works the best in those women 55 to, 40 to 55 or whatever in those specific countries or, territories, and then send the ads straight to them and see what works better again and hone down your demographic. Eventually you'll get very, very good at it to the point where you can scale it up with some money on one ad. But that's the key. You're looking for that one ad that's really going to do it for you. So I'm going to look for, a specific post that I'm going to post here, and we'll try to get some likes. Now, which one should we go with? That's a cool one. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. This is a really cool one right here. And basically all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get likes on this picture. So it's got to be something that can kind of go viral, that can be shared, that people scrolling down their newsfeed, it's going to grab their attention. This is a good one right here. And some of my best ones have been, little like hut houses in the Caribbean like this. I believe I've gotten a couple of, quarter of a pennies from them. That's a great one. This would be a good one too. Let's find one that really speaks to me, and then we'll go with that, and I'll show you what to do with it. Let's go back up. I kind of like this one. I don't know how viral it would go, but I kind of like the view there, and it's pretty crazy. Maybe not. Let's go with, where was the other one that I liked? That's got some cool pictures, some cool colors, and anything that's going to offset, to be honest, offset the colors down, somebody's normal news feed. So, your oranges, your bright colors are really going to pop more in people's news feeds. And that's completely, something you want to take into consideration. You don't want to just go with normal, colors that they see all the time, because then they won't notice it as much. Even this would be somewhat good. This little vacation house right here would be probably a good post, but I'm going to look for a little bit better one. It's too. Let's go with, what the hell? Let's go with that first one. I liked it. I'm just going to roll with it. So at the very least, this will give me information on who is, responding well to my posts. Now, I already basically know who's responding well to my posts, but we're going to, on this specific page, but you're going to have to figure that out for yourself depending on your niche, your demographic, where you're at, and what you're actually posting and the type of content that is. So I'm going to download this really fast, and then we'll open it up. That was Pexels photo. We'll open that up in Canva, in Uploads, under that Facebook, post, obviously. And we'll look for, was that in Downloads? I don't really know. Yeah, it was Downloads. And it was computer's freaking out. It's running a bunch of software in the background. Pexels. And there you go. Now we're going to post it and obviously center it and make it good for the Facebook post, so that when people are scrolling down their newsfeed, it really hits home for them. So let's give it a right there, kind of like that. And we'll save it as test photo view. And then download it. And we've just created our post for our vacation spots. Now, like I said, you can go to any stock photo site. You could literally go to a search engine if you want. I just suggest that you take them all stock photo sites so you don't run into any future problems once you scale. Because as you scale, like I said before, people will start to notice you more and more. And that's when you'll run into issues, not when you first start. So then we're going to post that, which is in Downloads, and that was test photo. Yep, there we go. Boom. We're going to post that. And then you're going to want to caption it. And also you could do this on there's also apps that you can download. Clearly you have Facebook, but you can't post from Facebook to your actual page. So you're going to have to download the Facebook Page Manager app. So you could post, and then an emoji here and there is also good. Also, if you're going to hashtag, let's say, for example, I was going to, write this post. Well, if you're going to hashtag, I suggest you hashtag all the way at the bottom, like farther down. And then Facebook will cut that, and you'll only see right here. You don't want to maybe post, I suggest 2 to 3 hashtags max, but for the sake of just kind of showing you, I won't do it here. But like I said, if you do hashtag, do it down. You don't want to hashtag right under. It doesn't look that good, and it won't pop in people's news feeds as well. You kind of want Facebook to cut it and then the hashtags not to be visible. Just a little caveat there. So let's come up with a cool saying that's going to entice people to click this or like this or share this. What would you do for a view like this next weekend? Something like that. Make them think a little bit about it. What would you do for a view like this next weekend? And then post it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to boost the demographic. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do this in a second. You'll see someone just liked one of my images. So we posted it there. What would you do for a view like this next weekend? And then we're going to boost the post. Now I already figured out my demographic, and you'll see here that I figured out that my demographic works best from Australia, Canada, Great Britain, New Zealand, and the US in between ages 14 and 27, and I don't have it selected right now, but typically in the past it was women. So it was girls that were 14 to 27 that were from Australia, Canada, Great Britain, New Zealand, and the United States, obviously speaking English, countries that speak English, because I'm writing in English, and Vacation Spots is clearly English. And they responded better to my ads and my potential posts than any other demographic possible. And then slowly I would, just drilled the mic. And then, as I slowly got more and more profitable and better, engagement, and you can literally just drop this down right here in total budget. And I'm going to show you all this in a second when you actually go into, create a new audience. I'm going to show you how to actually do this so you can, create your audience for these, and then you'll slowly tone them down. But that will be in the next one. But then, for your total budget, I'm just going to keep it at $2, and that will post over, a certain period of days. But if you wanted to change it, you could just go to $1 and make it for 1 day. And that's what I suggest. You only need to spend $1 a day. You'll notice that they estimate right now that you could reach about 190 to 1,000 to 1,100 people per day, spending $1 a day to these, potential demographics. And then what you'd basically do is you'd boost it, and then it would start, generating more likes to people that are outside your community. Now, once people start liking, and in the next, specific, lecture, I'm going to show you how to basically create your audience. And then once you create your audience, you're going to want to slowly tone down that demographic, like I said, and that will be the lecture after that. But for right now, specifically, I also want to go into really fast, let me just X out of this, how to actually get these people to like your page and and follow you once you actually get them to like your photos and your actual posts. So like I said before, you're going to want to click into this, and you'll see how many people I can get and invite here, and then you're just going to invite all the people that liked it. It's literally that simple. And most people don't know that you can do this, but you can. And I have about 3 posts here of people that I can invite, which is probably another 200 likes or 200 follows at least, because I haven't done any of this yet. We got this post. We've got, if I scroll down a little bit, we've got this post right here with 120 people and 4 shares and some comments. We've got this post with 190 people with 6 shares. I can invite all these people. And that's what I plan on doing in between lectures. But I kind of just wanted to touch on that. That's how you grow it. So you're going to boost your post, and I'm going to show you, how to find your demographics, like I said in the next lecture. And then you're going to invite the people that like that post to your page, and to like your page, and to follow your page. And that's how you're going to grow your page. And then, like I said, once you find that one post that's really, really profitable, that's when you pour on the money and scale it up, because that's when you'll see the max potential growth possible. For right now, you're just kind of testing it out and seeing what works as you slowly grow your page.